слово нашим спикерам. And you can start. Go.
Thank you. And hello, I'm sorry, I'm going to close my door actually because it's a little louder than I want it to be. I hope everybody can hear me. In case you cannot, just write something in the chat. But other than that, I'm just gonna proceed and hope that everything is fine. Okay, so hi, my name is Polina Potichova and I work at FAU or Friedrich-Alexander-Universität Erlangen-Nürnberg. It's quite a long name because it has a long history. And I work at the international office. So I have a lot of contact with international students and the other colleagues here as well, but they are from the faculties. So I'm just gonna introduce them one by one as I see them. Patrick Stör is from the Faculty of Natural Sciences. And he also takes care of international students, of international corporations. And Ms. Christine Mohr is at the same position, but at the Faculty of Engineering. And Elisabeth Grosso is kind of at the study service and also at the Faculty of Engineering as well, I believe. And she gives a lot of study advice, application advice. She can help you with probably all of the questions you're going to have today. And Ms. Bleisteiner is from our campus in Nuremberg because we are split up between two cities. And she handles things at the Faculty of, or at the School of Business and Economics and Society. So she's the correspondent for there. On this slide, you can see kind of the back view of our main building. It's called the Schloss, so the castle. It has a very long history, as you can see, as well as the university itself. It was founded in 1743, and you can see here basically, yeah, our most important building. There are gardens behind it, beautiful fountains, so a lot of students hang out there. It's right in the city center. You'll get an aerial view as well of the town of Erlangen later on. You can see that our motto is moving knowledge, and our key values are innovation, diversity, and passion. And so we really try to do it. FAU is kind of combine the theoretical knowledge that universities teach with a little bit of the hands-on approach of more of the hands-on institutes, and to really create a great center for research, for knowledge, and for you also, a great place for you to start out in Europe and in the world in your career. So you can see where we are located. We are the little heart, so to speak. We are kind of in the center slash south, sorry, in the center slash south of Germany. So it's pretty much as central as can be. The Czech Republic contests us a lot for the most central spot. But I think other than that, there's really little contest there. So you can go and live here in Germany. You can reach a lot of cities pretty easily. Munich is 2 hours away. Berlin is about 3 to 5 hours away, depending on your mode of transportation. You can go pretty easily over to the UK. You can do a great Erasmus stay, like exchange abroad in Spain, for example. You can dip down for some research in Switzerland or in Austria. So it's all pretty easy to reach. Yeah, or our neighbors in the Czech Republic as well, for example. You can see here how we are split up. So Erlangen is the smaller city, and it is north of Nuremberg. You will receive some data about it as well. I just wanted to show you how we are split up, just so you have a rough roundabout. In Erlangen, what's like one of the most important things is the Faculty of Medicine and the University Hospital, where they do a lot of research. Then there is, as I mentioned before, the Faculty of Sciences and the Faculty of Engineering, which are both represented today. And then there are two faculties that are kind of split up based on what they teach. So in red, you can see that the School of Law is located in Erlangen, whereas their counterpart, they do belong together, but not location-wise. So the School of Business, Economics, and Society is in Nuremberg, and the same goes for the Faculty of Humanities, because it is split between just the general humanities and specifically the Center for Teacher Education, which is located in Nuremberg. So this is, an overview of everything we offer, so to speak. You can see on this next slide a view of Erlangen. Once again, it's the same view that we had before. I'm just going to switch back. basically, but this is the aerial. So you can really see kind of the main building in all its glory and a little bit of its reconstruction. And you can see that Erlangen has about 120 inhabitants. We have all of our 5 faculties located there in some form. And what makes Erlangen really great and really unique is that because there are so many faculties there versus the size of the city, which is relatively small, just like in my comparison, coming from a bigger city, it really makes for a great environment for students because it really is quite the college town. There's a lot of students there everywhere you go. And this also makes it very international and very safe. So you'll never be kind of, singled out or alone. There will always be there somebody from your background, be it, ethnically or be it you being a student there. So you'll always be able to find, a great group to belong to. On this next slide, you can see the Nuremberg city center. Nuremberg has about 550,000 inhabitants, some say more, some say less. In Nuremberg, we have seen that there are 2 faculties represented there, some a part of the Faculty of Humanities and one part of the Faculty of Law and Business and Economics. And Nuremberg is pretty significant historically because it's been a big trade center. It's been around since I think like 1200 something. And Nuremberg is very famous for its castle, for the Deutsche Bahn Museum, so for the train museum, for the painter Albrecht Dürer, who painted the first selfie. So it's a very historic town. And it is also very multicultural, but more so on the, I would say, adult level, just from my impression. Because it does have other universities and stuff, but it's just, the average is a lot different. Erlangen is definitely full of students. Nuremberg is way more mixed and more of like a normal city, I would say, just in my impression. Here is also an overview of our university and some facts and figures that you can see here. We have 5 faculties, as mentioned before. We have around 40,000 students. The numbers probably rose because I actually have to be honest, our enrollment finished 1 week ago and I haven't updated the numbers yet. So it might be more. We do have almost 8,000 international students, so about a quarter of our students are international. And we have, as you can see, dozens and hundreds of degree programs, that we offer in English. And I think I'm just going to let my colleague Patrick Stör tell you more about what the Faculty of Sciences specifically offers and what programs they have there.
Hello, everyone. As Paulina said, I'm working for the Faculty of Sciences. Here at our faculty, we have 6 departments, basically offering all these programs you probably already know from school or from the beginning of your university career. So the bachelors are mainly taught in German, and they cover all these fields from biology to physics, from chemistry to geosciences, mathematics, etc. And I think for all those bachelor programs, you need to have a good command of German. So I'm going to concentrate a little bit on the master subjects because I think this is probably a bit more interesting for you. Let me go to the next slide. Exactly. So because here most of our programs are indeed taught in English and there's no German required. As we have about an hour to fill, I'll take the freedom to go through the programs a little bit. And I'll just start randomly with chemistry. Where you can choose your own specializations from inorganic, organic, physical, and quantum chemistry, and then supplement your specializations with further chemistry electives, for example, on energy materials, on catalysis and interface research, and build more or less your own schedule according to your own interest. We have a second chemistry-based program, which is called Molecular Sciences. You have, once again, 2 specializations with molecular life science focusing on drug discovery, molecular modeling, and then you have molecular nanoscience, which focuses on more material science, so nanomaterials, nanoanalytics, supramolecular chemistry, and is a bit more, let's say, engineering related, looking for potential applications. Then what do we take? Oh, sorry, we went to the wrong slide, but we continue with the, let's say, integrated life sciences, which is a program that confesses itself, so that accounts for a new rapidly developing research field in molecular biology, or at the intersection of molecular biology, biophysics, systems biology, or synthetic biology. So basically it covers a really large field in research, ranging from, let's say, the analysis of single molecules to the analysis of intact cells, and then even going to larger organisms and whole biological systems. And they have, which is very interesting, they have a penguin experiment in Antarctica. So kind of looking into how these penguin communities function, and trying to draw lessons for other biological systems for it. A second biology-based program being integrated immunology, which is offered in cooperation with our medical faculty. It's a program that was elite status awarded by our Ministry of Education, and it provides kind of a comprehensive education in the field of immunology. And it's kind of, as said, at the interface between biology and medicine. And a very interesting aspect here is that you have mandatory internships abroad, which are partly financed by the program. And usually people here go to really cool places such as Harvard, Stanford. Australia is pretty popular. So, and if you're in that field, if you're from a biology background or from a medical or an immunology background, this is definitely an interesting subject for you. I'm going to continue with a rather new program with data science, which covers big data and their analysis, which looks into data modeling, machine learning, artificial intelligence. And it's just a program located at the intersection of computer sciences, mathematics, and statistics. And as said, you have these different specializations such as AI, and the program has also a lot of application areas, from the humanities to medical imaging to material sciences. And it's a really interdisciplinary program, which only has 3 core modules. So there are basically 3 lectures you have to visit, and apart from that, you are very free to choose what you are interested in. Another mathematics-based program is computational and applied mathematics. It's more for students, who like, a rigorous mathematical analysis or scientific computing. And it's a lot about optimization, simulation, especially for processes in science and engineering. Then we offer a master in physics. You can specialize in different areas, from astrophysics, quantum technologies, which is a really big thing. Both are big things here in Erlangen. We have a center for astro and astroparticle physics, and we are currently developing into a hub for quantum technologies. FAU has always been a very prominent spot for optical sciences. We do have here a Max Planck Institute, which is a very renowned research institution for the physics of light. And we also have a Max Planck Center for Physics in Life Sciences. So if these areas interest you, we are quite a good place, and we are definitely a good place for studying physics, which is shown in ranking results, because we always get really good grades when it comes to our students being asked how they rank the university. So study conditions, ranking results are always pretty good. Coming to an end and coming to a little bit of a different field of sciences. to physical geography and paleobiology. We have a master in climate and environmental sciences. Which is very research oriented, as all our programs. There's an obligatory project planning course, there are academic writing courses, and you have 3 main study directions, which are climate research, environmental analysis, and geoinformatics. And our smallest program is the Master in Paleobiology Earth Systems Research Lab, which covers kind of, which covers macroevolution, ecology, paleo-environmental analysis, let's say. It's working with big data, so statistical analysis is important. You learn to program with R, to work with R. And of course, there's a lot of project and field-based work, and really provides you with the skills you'll need for a scientific career. That was a short ride through the programs at the Faculty of Sciences. And I guess I'm going to pass the word to my colleague Christine from the Faculty of Engineering.
Yes, hello. Thank you, Patrick, and hello from my side as well. My name is Christine Mohr, welcoming you from the Faculty of Engineering. We offer a lot of interesting bachelor's and master's programs. Most of the programs, especially at the bachelor's programs, you see here a lot, are taught in German. Here you have an overview about these programs, for example, chemical, electrical, or mechanical engineering. The requirements for those are an acknowledged high school diploma and German language knowledge of level DSH2. If you do not have this level DSH2, you will need at least level A2, because we offer 1 or 2 semesters of German studies leading to the DSH test before your study program. In case of master's programs, you will additionally need a good pre-knowledge from your bachelor's in the respective topic. I would like to draw your attention on our various programs taught in English, which you can see here. You will not need German language knowledge for application, but you will need English proficiency of at least level B2. You can choose programs in the area of chemical and biological engineering or optics, computer science and medical engineering, artificial intelligence, electrical engineering with information and communication technology and autonomy technologies, material science and nanotechnology, and of course, electromobility. Let me introduce some of our English taught programs to you. The first one is Clean Energy Processes, an interdisciplinary program combining technical and socio-economic aspects with research in hydrogen and chemical production. Germany is leading the process of energy transition and has committed itself to use only clean energy for energy generation. Innovations in the field of photovoltaics, wind energy, and hydrogen stem from German researchers. With Clean Energy Processes, you will receive a very profound engineering education, precisely built for the challenges of our time regarding the climate crisis. You will have a lot of different job prospects, for example, in energy production, consulting and policy, or sustainable chemical and bioindustry. The bachelor's application for winter term 24-25 for international students is possible until July the 15th. So it's for next year, until July the 15th of 2025. The master's application for the summer term 2025 is possible for different data, because it differs a little bit along the different programs. Furthermore, we offer medical engineering This is an interdisciplinary program and combines electrical, mechanical, materials engineering, and computer science for medical applications. For example, prosthesis, robotics for treatment and care, or wearables for health and sports. You can choose out of several areas of specialization like medical image and data processing or medical robotics. Medical engineering is one of FAU's main research areas, and in collaboration with our university hospital, you can dive into hands-on projects and get plenty of opportunities for fascinating PhD projects. As FAU is located in the Medical Valley of Germany, you are offered great job opportunities in the area of medical engineering. Our new program, Autonomy Technologies, offers a unique combination of electrical engineering and computer science. During the program, you may specialize in one or two areas from the following four possibilities: human-system interfaces, networking and collaboration, planning and control, sensing and perception. As you all know, the field of autonomy technologies is rapidly growing, and the market needs engineers prepared for this future field. Job opportunities await our graduates in the fields of automotive automation and robotics, communication services, industrial services, and many more. And last but not least, you can study artificial intelligence at FAU. It combines a broad, fundamental-oriented basic knowledge with a professional qualification and provides you with initial knowledge of scientific methodology and practice. The basic knowledge of scientific methodology is the basic knowledge and methods acquired in the first semesters are applied in the further course of the degree program and are deepened in the area of data analysis, signal processing, biomedical sciences, and image processing. As a student, you supplement and deepen your specialist knowledge in elective modules. At the end of your studies, you will know and understand the fundamentals of engineering sciences, in particular mathematics and computer science, with an initial specialization in artificial intelligence. Maybe a good idea for you, with the exception of medical engineering, these mentioned programs can be studied in English at the bachelor's level as well. So maybe this will be a good option for you to start in German at the bachelor's level without knowing German language. All in all, you can see our faculty offers a wide range of programs and hopefully an interesting one for you. Thank you. And I think the next one will be Eva.
Exactly. I hope everybody can hear me. Can you give me a thumbs up? Perfect, because we were trying it an hour before and it didn't work. So I'm very happy that it works now. So I will move on to the next slide. And as Paulina introduced me, I'm from the School of Business, Economics and Society, which is based in Nuremberg. And I think Paulina told you a lot about how great Nuremberg is. And it's true. Erlangen as well, of course, but this is not where my home base is. So I will tell you about our English spoken study programs. We do have 2 in our bachelor level, and we have 3 more on master's level. And first of all, we'll start with the bachelor programs. We have one which is in international economic studies and one in international business studies. And both degrees are a Bachelor of Science, and they are taught fully in English. And we have small groups. About, I think in the international economic studies, 50 people started this winter semester. And in the international business studies, I think between 70 and 100. I don't know it by heart. And the exact numbers will be released soon, but I think around this number, like the groups are. And yeah, as I mentioned before, the programs are totally in English and you have small groups. And I think it's a very international student body. So people from all over the world are studying these programs. which is very nice. And it has 6 semesters, and you are free to study a semester abroad if you want to. And of course, yeah, we have international teachers there and international professors. So it's very like it sounds nice program. And of course, if you want to learn more, you can also do your masters with us. We have one master in international business studies, which is like if you want to learn more about international management and leading international teams, this is a program for you. It's a Master of Science degree. And we have a master in international information systems. It's IT project management. And it's not just, a hardcore IT, but I think it's like project management and also managing teams and so on. And we have also a master's in economics. This is like you have different fields like health management and macroeconomics and finance and public economics. These are our English spoken master programs, also like the bachelor programs fully in English. And yeah, you can also start these programs with us in every winter semester. So this will be all from the School of Business, Economics and Society. And if you do have further questions about the programs, we will talk about them later on. And I will now hand over to Elisabeth, I guess.
Not yet. Basically,
Paulina.
Basically, I just wanted to give you guys some examples of partners that we work with here in the area. So I think, honestly, I can't share my screen, right? I think I can, but I don't know. I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, if you look on just Google Maps or any other service, you can see that there's a lot of industry in the area. So the one thing that I studied languages. I have no idea about the industry and what's going on here. But even I know that Adidas was founded here. Puma was also founded here. It's literally right around the corner. Dativ and Siemens are really big names here in the area, big employers. And so these are all partners that FAU works with. We also have much bigger and more varied lists. We do have offices, for example, that specialize in just helping you find an internship, for example, or find a place for you to do your research. And they have compilations of partners basically where it's possible. And this is what I meant in the beginning when I said that we really try to combine teaching and, with the classroom experience, but also with the practical knowledge, the hands-on knowledge. So you can really thrive here if you come here. For those of you that are interested in university rankings, for example, you can see that we were ranked the #1 most innovative university in Germany by Reuters a couple of years ago. We were #2 in Europe, #14 throughout the world. And you can also see further rankings where we have ranked highly in these past 2 years. So I hope if numbers are important to you, so to speak, then you are welcome to check out all of these rankings and how we scored there and what we basically pride ourselves on. Last but not least, I would like to tell you that once again, we have over 7,000, almost 8,000 international students. That's almost a quarter of all students. I think that is really what makes FAU pretty unique and sets us apart, because we do have a large number of English taught study programs, and the number keeps growing. If you're not comfortable with English, you're, for example, better at French or Spanish or whatever, you can also find great study programs at the Faculty of Humanities, for example. You can also, take part in the different services that the international office offers. So we, for example, we do have a welcome week, for example, for students. We have welcome services for staff, for researchers, for PhD students that come here. We have a buddy program where we pair 2 German or local students up with new students, and actually more and more international students that have participated in the buddy program, as the party that was receiving help is now helping other students, new students. So it's once again very international. And we do also have an international career service that specializes, in addition to giving you the standard classes on how to, successfully have a career in Germany, how to apply for jobs once you're done with studies. They also focus on giving you an overview of like cultural mishaps, miscommunications that could happen, what you should look for as an international applicant, what you should pay attention to, what could be different from your home country in terms of applications and in terms of work culture. So they offer courses like that. We also offer free language courses at our language center. I have to be honest, if you come here with zero German knowledge and you try to learn German just like the other 7,000 students do, we will have a little bit of trouble finding a spot for you. But as soon as you know a little bit of German, you know, you're maybe on an A2 level, maybe even B1 level, you can just rise up through the ranks and just enjoy all of the German language courses. And also other languages, you know, we have Chinese, Spanish, anything you want. Yeah, and we do all of this without any tuition fees. So some universities in Germany are starting to implement tuition fees for international students. We still don't do that. So just to be really honest with you, the only thing that is a little bit tough in the area is the accommodation situation. That is something that you would need to take care of pretty early. Just apply for any type of university. Let accommodation service for the dormitories, etc. if you plan to come here as early as you possibly can. But other than that, once you're here, once you have all of your formalities, all of your organization figured out, it's really a great university. So if you would like to apply, these are the links to our bachelor programs, our master programs, and just a list of all the degree programs. You can either follow the links or scan the QR codes, whatever works best for you. Yeah, so if you would like to apply, as you can see, the next deadline for the bachelor's programs is the 15th of January. The master's programs, a lot of them follow the same schedule, but not all of them do. So you will have to check the master's programs on a more individual basis. And if you have any questions regarding application or what services we offer, what study programs we offer, then you are very welcome to ask us now. I think Roman, oops, sorry. I'm just going to have to rearrange my chat windows just so everybody is aware. Yeah, so Roman is asking, I'm just going to switch to the Q&A view. Do you offer any scholarships for the international students or specific groups of them? And does the School of Business require any knowledge of German, or are there majors which are taught fully in English? So I'm going to answer the first part of the question, and I think then I'm going to hand over to Eva. So for the scholarships, FAU doesn't generally offer scholarships because, once again, we do not collect tuition fees, so we have no money to give. But the International Office does award a scholarship for, it's called Abschlussstipendien, for master's students in their last year. So if you're, I don't know exactly what the requirements are because I have nothing to do with the financial side of things here in this office. But if you are in your last year of master's studies, then you can receive a scholarship from the International Office directly. If you have any questions about it, you can email, I'm gonna answer you in the chat, I'm gonna send you an email. You can basically email either welcome-students@fau.de or write directly to peter.forner@fau.de. I will drop the emails in the chat in a second. And then I think I'm going to hand off the second question to Eva, if I can.
Of course you can, and I hope I can answer it. As I mentioned, we have the programs are fully in English, and there is no knowledge of German needed for those programs. But I really cannot say what's meant by majors. I would just translate it into German like Hauptfach, but there is not really a major in bachelor and master in our bachelor and master programs. So for the programs I just introduced to you, there is no German needed. You might need a little German just to get along here in Germany and in our Franconian area. We are trying our very best to at least at our school, to translate everything. But sometimes it might happen that you might need a little German just to get along and to, I don't know, order beer or whatever, you know what I mean, but not for the programs itself.
Thank you. Sorry, I was still typing. Yes, unfortunately, I just checked the website and my colleague is literally currently editing it. So the website is empty for the scholarships. So you will have to wait maybe like a day or two until it's filled again. But you can email peter.forner@fau.de if you have any questions about the scholarship for international students in their last year of master's studies. The next question is, dear speakers, I'm a Ukrainian refugee and interested in the FACT master's program. But I read that it will be partly in German and English language. I'm afraid I don't have enough knowledge of German. Is there any opportunity to learn German and prepare for this program? Ms. Grosse, do you, or Eva, one of you?
I think by fact it's finance, auditing, controlling, and taxation. It's a program at our school, and it is in German. I think there might be some lectures in English, but basically it's German, and you need to have a little knowledge of German. But for preparation courses, I'm not very familiar with that, so maybe the others can help. So there you might need German. Yes, you do.
We offer preparation courses in German, but not German courses for beginners. If you want to apply for one of these preparatory German language courses, you need a German language proficiency on at least A2 level to apply for this program, to apply for the language course. If you want to apply directly for a German taught degree program, you need German language skills on B2 level.
Sorry, I'm still typing because I want to drop the link to the DSH courses in the chat. Okay, so thank you. Then I'm going to move on to the next question. Are there scholarships or financial support available for students from Ukraine specifically who can apply, who plan to apply for programs at FAU? I don't think there is. I know there is a special division at FAU that is working with Ukrainian refugees. I'm just going to have to once again, pull up the link later. I don't know if they have any special scholarships, but you can email them and ask them. I will drop a link in a second. The next question is, do we have to apply via UniAssist or is there another option? And I think Elisabeth wants to answer that.
Yes, we don't work together with UniAssist. If you want to apply at FAU, you must directly apply at FAU via our application portal Campo.
The next question, does the International Business Program offer opportunities for internships abroad? And which countries does the University have partnerships agreement? I don't know if it's better for Eva or for me. I think
I don't know. So for internships, specifically for internships, I guess you have to take care of yourself. We have a international office at our school, which is very well, they know everybody around the globe, it seems to me, but you have to take care of yourself, and there are no specific partnerships for internships, but for general study programs abroad, there are a lot of possibilities. We have over 140 partner universities around the globe. And if this is meant by this question, and countries, I think basically the most of all countries. I don't know. I think it's easier to find countries we don't have a partnership with than to find a country we have, if you know what I mean. But for internships, you have to just take care of yourself. There might be help you a lot, but yeah, I think we have also student initiatives who are focusing on this. So yeah, I think, Paulina, do you have anything to add?
Yeah, I'm just going to continue since this is basically what I work with. So regarding internships, the difference is basically if you go abroad on an internship, you basically have to find a spot for an internship yourself. Once again, we do have, or the WISO, we're calling it WISO because it's Wirtschafts- and Sozialwissenschaften, so economy and social studies. So if you hear the word WISO, I'm talking about the Nuremberg campus, the business campus. So Viso has their own international office with 3 employees. They have a bajillion partners in just almost all of the countries. So they're one of amazing. Basically, the International Business Study Program actually requires you to go abroad for 1 semester, I believe. So you have to study abroad or do an internship abroad or something. The only difference is if you do the studies, you basically just apply for a spot, you get it, you go through the application process, everything is kind of prepared. If you want to do an internship or some kind of research stay or something like that, you have to organize that yourself. So you have to reach out to the partner university or your employer or whoever you're interested in doing, you know, the internship with. And you have to ask them if it's okay that they will host you. And then you just, you know, report back to the international office and say, hey, I'm doing this internship. Can I get, you know, Erasmus funding or something else for it? But it definitely works. I dropped a link also to the international office of the Viso of the Nuremberg campus. And they have all of their partners listed there. And it's literally anything like there's Uruguay, there's Vietnam. The only thing that is kind of different is things like Australia, New Zealand. We have very few partners there just in general. But other than that, you can find them pretty much everywhere. Okay, the next question is, how does the healthcare system work for students? That is a very loaded question. I actually do have a tip for you. I'm gonna, hold on, very sneakily hold our Instagram into the camera because we do have, I'm gonna share the screen name later on, but this is basically our Instagram screen name. The reason I am sharing this is because on November 5th, we actually have an info session on health insurance. It will be taking place in person, but we will be live streaming it on Instagram. So if you have any questions, you can also just listen in. In general, the way the healthcare system works for students is we always recommend that you get state health insurance. It costs around 120 euro per month, and it covers absolutely everything. So no matter whether it's an accident, whether you have you have some kind of chronic illness, everything is covered under there. You can also do an alternative thing and get private health insurance. It's usually only like, I don't know, 80 euros a month or something like that. But we do not recommend it just because in the end, you end up with a lot more costs. So get statutory insurance, it's 120 euros and it's amazing. And that's all I can recommend. I can also drop a link to some health insurance companies in the chat in a second. What additional documents are required to validate prior when your education is obtained in Ukraine? So I think what is necessary for applicants from Ukraine in order to be able to study at FAU. I'm gonna hand it off to Elisabeth if I can, while I look for the other links.
If you have finished your high school in Ukraine, you are not entitled for direct admission at German universities. You first must attend a 1-year preparatory course at Studienkolleg. And after this year, you have to sit the so-called Feststellungsprüfung. And after this Feststellungsprüfung, you can apply for degree programs at German universities. If you want to apply, you need your documents translated and in German, English, or French. And we need official certified copies of your documents.
Sorry, I'll be right there. I'm just still doing the whole link situation. I'm almost done. Yeah. So I just yeah. So thank you very much for answering the question. I also just dropped a link to websites regarding the health insurance. The next question is, what are the requirements for thesis projects in the political science program? And is there an opportunity to work with real political organizations doing research? Patrick, do you want to answer that as somebody who studied politics at FAU? And then that I can just like forward it to the faculty.
Yeah. No, I mean, I guess the requirements have not changed much since I graduated. I mean, political science is the same discipline as it was a few years ago. Well, the requirements for a thesis project is that you apply scientific methods, methodological method. Well, that you do. I mean, a thesis project is a research project, so you should answer a research question following a clear political science methodology with a theoretical approach. And then, of course, it depends a lot in which subdiscipline of political science you're writing your thesis. If this is in political theory, comparative politics, international relations, maybe you work on a policy field. And of course, if the empirical part of your research is I don't know, if you, for example, do research on social movements or political institutions or political organizations, then you can, of course, work on a real political organization. Go there, conduct interviews. This is possible. I mean, you might also work with, I don't know, a refugee project or similar. At FAU, we have a huge focus on migration. Especially European migration policy. So yeah, that is possible. But of course, I guess we all agree that political science is not political activism. So but yeah, there's the opportunity to work with real political organizations.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm just dropping another link and then I'll move on to the next question. Okay. Okay, let me scroll down. The next question is, what are the specific features of the data science program at FAU and how does it differ from similar programs in Germany?
Yeah, I guess that's also for me. I mean, I can't tell how our data science program is differing from all other programs in Germany. What I can say is that you are extremely free to follow your own interests. You have, of course, I mean, you have basically 15 ECTS, which are the core curriculum. And apart from that, you are very free to choose your fields of interest for your major, for your minor, and for your application subjects. There are specialization areas in database optimization, in fundamentals of data science, in databases and knowledge representation, machine learning and AI, simulation and numerics, and I'm probably forgetting one now. And then you should get you should choose one of these specializations as your major and get 30 ECTS there. You should choose one of these specialization as your minor and get 20 ECTS. And you should choose from one of many application subjects and get 15 ECTS credit points in this application area. And these application areas are, for example, artificial intelligence in biomedical imaging. We have a department for that. So this is a core research topic here at FAU. It's also chemistry, digital humanities, geosciences, economics, multimedia engineering, physics. So you have a very broad range of topics you can choose from. At the beginning of your studies, you'll have a mentor assigned with whom you can talk your career plans and your study plans through. So it's an extremely flexible program, adjusting to the interests of students. What is definitely the case compared to other programs in Germany, it's mathematics heavy. So for the core modules, you need to have a good background in mathematics. So we have had computer science students who struggled a bit with the mathematics part. But this doesn't have to be the case for you. Of course, there are hundreds of different computer science programs in the world. So yeah, so this is what I would say is a description of our data science program. I can also give you a link. How do I? Can I just put the link in here?
I think, yeah. So I've just been switching to the Öffentlich tab and then just posting the link there.
Yeah, I just posted the link, so you can have a look at their website, and maybe that gives you a little bit of further information.
I just figured out we can comment on answers. Wow, crazy. Anyway, sorry. Or did I just delete a question? I just did something to a question and it disappeared. Okay, I'm gonna find it in the meantime. I am going to switch to the next question. Hold on. Sorry. There is a question, are the interdisciplinary courses available at FAU that combine technology and the humanities? Could you provide a few examples? And I think, I don't know, maybe Christina can answer that. I personally know of a lot of programs that combine very different disciplines from different faculties, except for engineering and humanities. But maybe you have
I think there are some programs, but I must admit I'm not informed about this. I think when you study computer science, there you will also have a part of it. You can take one of the topics of the university, but I'm not sure. So yeah.
We do definitely offer a master in digital humanities, for example, which kind of combines definitely methods from AI, computer science with the study of humanities. Apart from that, you might have that in when doing climate and environmental sciences, which does have interdisciplinary aspects. Of course, you're using physical, chemical, etc. methods, also methods of geoinformatics, satellite imaging. But of course, geography is about the interaction of the environment with humans. So there is a humanities aspect in it. I would just not expect it to be too strong in that program.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of when Christina was speaking, the digital humanities one. The next question is, which partner companies collaborate with the university for internships in the field of mechanical engineering? That's a very broad question. I would just honestly say, if you're interested in that, I mean, unless Christina, you want to answer it if you know it off the top of your head, yeah. I would just Google FAU mechanical engineering. I don't know if they have a dedicated internship office, but they definitely will have a contact tab with, people who are responsible to help students, with, finding their way in their studies and in their internships. So I would just say email them. I think it's like Claudia Barnickel and her colleagues that should be there. So if you email them, they will be able to give you the info. Just Google FAU mechanical engineering and then look for like the contact or the study advice tab or something like that, and then email the people there. What are the strengths of FAU Erlangen-Nuremberg in biology, Patrick?
On the one hand side, I already mentioned that we have quite a strong immunology section in our biology department, which is kind of, they're working, you could say genetics is a big topic for them. Then we're quite strong in, if I may say it non-scientifically, in plant sciences. We have a huge research project of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation with more than 10 million euro on source-sink relations in the cassava plant. So this is a lot. This is somehow systems biology, cell research, etc. Generally, what is a big topic here when looking at the cell is we are very interested in membranes, and membranes interfaces driving cell dynamics. Maybe another point is which is definitely a strength here in Erlangen is the interdisciplinarity with other departments, being it, for example, food chemistry or as mentioned, the medical faculty. So we also have some strong research which goes into a pharmacy direction at the biology department, which is working with which is working with bioactive compounds and having a look on that. That is also a big topic. And so if you're interested in these fields, I would recommend to have a look on our biology website and get a bit of a deeper impression on what people are doing and if that's interesting for you.
Thank you. The next question is there an active student life? And there definitely is. I don't live in Erlangen, so I cannot personally attest to that. But it definitely is there. And also the reason why I am pulling up my phone once again is because just in case you're interested in just kind of different, I don't know, kind of options and study groups, we definitely have a Stuve, so for example, a student representation on like the political side at FAU, but we also have founded an international student network. I'm just going to think into the camera once again. It's esn.net. And you can find in there basically a group of students that I know personally that organize different events for students, you know, both cultural and less cultural. So you will definitely have a lot of fun there. The next question is, what if you have finished your high school education in the US of A? Are you eligible for direct admission at FAU? Oh, Elisabeth.
Oh, it depends on the kind of high school education. And if you had set some additional tests, you can check it in the DAAD database. There is a database for admission requirements. And if you fill in the qualification you have obtained in USA, you will find out whether you are eligible for direct admission or if you have to attend Studienkolleg first.
Thank you. Then there's a question that's asking, is it possible to get a dormitory or do we have to rent a place to live? What is the approximate cost and is it possible to get support with this? So your number one address, especially as a bachelor student or as a student under 30, should be the dormitories. The way it's handled in Germany is the universities aren't obligated to provide housing. So in every city attached to a university, there will be a nonprofit organization. It's called the Studentenwerk or Stuve. For short, and they are the ones that provide housing. In my town that I studied at, they also provided like scholarships and support and stuff like that. So reach out to the Studentenwerk Erlangen, check their websites, apply for a dormitory as soon as you have an admission letter, especially if you're a bachelor student or just a younger student in general. If you are, if you aren't able to have any luck there, you can also sign up for placement at the database of our international office, because then you can get preferred placement, so to speak, if anything opens up at the Studentenwerk. But mostly, I would really advise you guys to basically, yes, look for accommodation as much as you can on your own. Thank you, Christina, for posting the link. Patrick, how do you reply to specific questions? How do you do this? Why am I not technically, like, am I too old to understand technology? What do you click on in order to answer to a question? Are you muted? Jetzt bist du stumm. Du bist immer noch stumm.
Yeah, the technology aspect, right? Now you just click on the question and or you hover over it with your mouse, and then you have this bubble. And if you click on the bubble, you can answer directly to the question.
Als Nachricht markieren quasi.
No, it even shows answering.
Okay, I don't have that. I don't know what's wrong with me.
Maybe
okay.
So I'm using the web browser version. I don't know which version you're using.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway, so it's. I think I might have. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Okay. No, I see. I get it. Thank you. Yeah. So basically, Christina dropped one link. I'm gonna give you another one on top of that. I'm sorry for this interruption. I'm just trying to understand things. Hold on. Okay, no, they changed it. Never mind. Okay, so apply at the Studentenwerk. If anything else comes up, like if you're having any kind of trouble, you can also send an email to accommodation@fau.de. These are two of my colleagues. They will also give you some help in regards to what to look out for, if there's any scams in the area going on, you know, some website suggestions where you can look for accommodation and stuff like that. The next question is, what courses would you recommend for applicants interested in startups and entrepreneurships? I think it just depends on what field like you want to go into, you know, like a startup in like the medical field will be different than a startup of a translation agency, for example. So it just depends on what you want to do. I think that's just yeah.
But generally, I mean, FAU is ranked as the most innovative university in Germany, and like innovation, startups, startup culture, etc., is a really big topic here. And we have a digital tech academy, which is kind of a offering extracurricular courses to students from all fields, where you can basically practice your business skills, where you can even bring your own startup on your way, and where you'll also get a lot of advice and recommendation if you're interested in that field. Let me just post the link to the DTA. And so FA is, if that is, I mean, this is of course not a study program, but an extracurricular, but I guess that is, I mean, so you're probably interested in a certain field, you just study that field, and then you can complement it with these offers. And I think this gives you a really good start or booster for your career.
Additionally, there is a program, it's called Wirtschaftsingenieurwesen, business, combining business and mechanical or electrical engineering, which would be a good idea for people who are interested in startups in the mechanical engineering section. I can put the link here when I managed it, but now I don't know how. No. Yeah, I will find it out. So Wirtschaftsingenieurwesen is we have a bachelor's and a master's program at the Faculty of Engineering.
Thank you. Fine. Is it okay if I move on to the next question in the meantime? I think so, right? Okay. So the next question is, we are not refugees nor yet German citizens. An application for citizenship is currently under consideration. Is there a possibility of financial support through BAföG? Okay, so I myself have been living in Germany for 20 years, have only acquired citizenship this year. Good on me. So I was an EU citizen. I was a citizen of Lithuania, still am. I was able to receive BAföG because I've been here since 2000. So they knew I've been living here and I intended to stay here. Generally, I think BAföG says that you should have been living in Germany for several years and you should have the intention to stay several more. So I think you need to be in the country for like 5 years and plan to stay for another 5 or something like that. I will try and see if I can pull up like the exact website. It could be possible, especially if you plan to stay in Germany. If you do not plan to stay in Germany, then you're not eligible for BAföG. But it doesn't depend on your citizenship as much as it depends on your intentions and on your history with Germany, basically. But I will try and find the link. Sorry.
And also, if you have a legal status in Germany, paragraph 24, you can apply for BAföG, but you are not allowed to study parallel in Ukraine. If you also are enrolled at a Ukrainian university and also at a university in Germany, you cannot apply for BAföG.
Thank you. Does the university offer consultations on finding temporary job for students? Yes, so as I said before, we do have a career service. If you just Google FAU and then career service, you can find once again their general classes as well as their office hours and all of their contact details. So just Google FAU career service. The next question is, what is the cost of a student travel pass in Nuremberg and in Erlangen? I'm going to give a little bit of a backstory to this. So Germany finally, thank God, introduced a relatively cheap transportation ticket last year, I believe. And it's the Deutschland ticket. So it's one ticket with which you can travel throughout all of Germany for, at this moment, it's 49 euros. If you are a student at a Bavarian university, so for example, a student of FAU, you actually only have to pay 29 euros in order to travel on all like slow regional trains, but you can travel through all of Germany. So you cannot go to Berlin within 3 hours, but you can go to Berlin within like 7 or 8 hours on the local trains. For 29 euros. That is the monthly cost. At the moment, it could rise next year. It was announced that it would be rising, but I don't know exactly what the costs will be. Are there any groups in Telegram or Viber where students can communicate? You can once again check out, hold on, let me pull up Instagram once more. You can once again check in with the International Student Network. They also have WhatsApp groups. I can post a link in the chat, but the link is actually, it's to a WhatsApp group, so there's only 2,000 people that can enter it at the same time. So you can sneak in there, ask some questions, but then also please sneak back out because we have a very limited capacity at WhatsApp. But you can definitely check out what the students are saying about FAU in there. And there's one last question, that is, who can we contact if we have any additional questions? And I am going to drop a link down below. So if you are planning, if you have let's say if you have very generic questions, I just can type and speak at the same time. If you have very general questions, such as, what is the student life? How difficult is it to find accommodation? How does health insurance work? Anything that is not directly tied to the university, you can email the international office, and the email address is welcome-students@fau.de. If you have specific questions regarding your, thank you, Elisabeth. If you have specific questions regarding application procedures, certificates, language requirements, stuff like that, then you should email the Central Study Advice Service, which is the zsb@fau.de, which Elisabeth Grosso just posted in the chat. So we have a little bit of a technical separation at FAU going on here. So everything related directly to the university and to your studies, it's ZSB, and everything that is kind of outside of it, that is not directly an academic matter, is more for welcome-students@fau.de for the international office. Okay, I think that is all. If you have any further questions, you have the email addresses where you can reach us. You can also follow us at Uni FAU. It's technically Uni and then this like long bottom thingy, but if I type it in, it just deletes it in this chat. I don't know why. Or Uni FAU International Affairs on Instagram. We're also on TikTok, on Reddit, on basically everything. I don't know how active the communities are, but yeah, you can reach us on Instagram mostly, and on our websites and via email. So thank you very much for coming here. I think these are all of the questions. I don't think there's anything left for us. So thank you very much for joining today and for being here, and I hope you will enjoy the rest of the presentations today and hopefully decide to come to FAU. And thank you also to my colleagues.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I don't know if I should stop the recording. I think I don't want to mess anything up, Ich glaube, ich bleibe hier einfach kurz drin, bis er wiederkommt halt, oder?
Mhm.
Ich lasse es mal laufen.
War gut heute, oder? Vergleich zu der DAAD-Session, die ich letztens hatte. Da war das heute, hat Spaß gemacht.
Ja,
Perfekt.
ja,
Ja. Okidoki.
gut.
Christine ist auch wieder da.
Ja. Nee, aber ich würde es mal
Gemutet,
ausmachen, weil wir werden noch aufgenommen, deswegen. Und ich weiß halt nicht, ob ich die Aufnahme jetzt einfach stoppen kann, weil nicht, dass Ihnen dann die
ja.
Aufnahme verloren geht, deswegen. Weil dieses oben rechts, dieses On, dieses rote.
Hm.